Did you know that submitting too much or too little relationship evidence with your marriage green card or fiancé visa application can actually result in a red flag? This is a mistake that you will want to avoid when you are filing your case. So, immigration, the adjudicator's manual, that's what it's called, basically the guide and what's used to train immigration officers who are reviewing cases, has a very long list of red flags. And among those red flags is something called an oversubmission, so too much evidence, and on the flip side, an undersubmission, too little evidence. So if an immigration officer believes that there's too much or too little, that's a red flag that will cause issues for your case. So what happens if you submit an immigration case with too much evidence? Well, immigration will first give it a red flag, and they will do further investigation into your case to decide whether or not you're trying to overcompensate or overprove, trying to hide something. And then on the flip side, if you submit too little evidence, say you submit just some photos and maybe a few text messages, but nothing else, that immigration officer is going to look at the case and say, there's not enough here. How can I tell if this couple is really in love? And so it can result in things such as a request for evidence or a notice of intent to deny. In extreme cases, if you have several red flags in your application, in your immigration history, it can actually throw you into the fraud investigation unit. And you don't want to be in the fraud unit, having them do further investigations of whether or not your love is real. So how do you avoid making this mistake? Well, a good rule of thumb is to have around 5 to 8 solid pieces of evidence. And I'm actually going to be releasing even more videos about mistakes to avoid and even more information about relationship evidence. So you'll want to be sure to subscribe using the link below. And I also have a free resource center at immigrationforcouples.com, and I actually have a relationship evidence guide. And in that guide, I talk in more detail about the different categories of evidence. But in general, having 5 to 8 different pieces of evidence with your application. So think photos, text messages, proof of travels together, gifts exchanged, letters of support. Having 5 to 8 different kinds of pieces of relationship evidence is a solid start. And also making sure that if you have something like text messages that you're submitting, that you're not submitting every single text message since the start of your relationship, because that's likely thousands of pages and that's going to throw you into an over submission. So again, be sure to subscribe to this video. Check out the free resource center if you want to learn more about how to prove your love is real to immigration. Thanks for watching.